Thanks, Skip. Well, the Washington State Legislature finally wrapped up its extended session this month. After scrambling to raise your taxes by about $800 million, most Washingtonians probably thought they were past the worst of it. Not so this year. After 80 years of waiting, the Democrats of Washington are closer than ever to their holy grail of taxes, the state income tax. Year after year, decade after decade, citizens of Washington have said no to an income tax. But this year, with the backing and the money of Mr. Bill Gates Sr., a group of people who thinks the government doesn't have enough of your money already are launching an initiative to put an income tax proposal on the ballot. Initiative 1077 is a mixed bag of tricks, promises, and class warfare that just may be enough to sucker us into an income tax. The initiative proposes a trade. In return for an income tax on individuals making $200,000 or couples making $400,000, the state will reduce their portion of the property tax by 20%. At first, it sounds like a pretty good deal. The backers of I-1077 are trying to buy your vote. If you agree to tax someone else, they will agree to pay you back with a tax cut of your own. This is typical liberal economics. Pit one group of people against another. But if you look closer, it is not such a good deal. First of all, the state portion of the property tax is only 20%. So in truth, what are they offering you when they say 20% of 20%? Well, your taxes would go down about 4%, or a few $100s for each of you. If we take that deal, we let the camel's nose in the tent. Once we get an income tax, we will never get rid of it. And we all know property taxes will just rise back up again, taking back that 4% you got. And everyone knows over time the income tax will increase and the people subject to it will grow. Right now they're asking for 5% if you make more than $200,000. Many of you might be saying, well, that's not me. I don't make $200,000. I'm for it. But let's look at history first. When the federal government passed its first income tax, it was levied at 1% of the people, and we only taxed them 1%. But what happened in 50 years? By 1970s, we had marginal tax rates at 91%, and the income tax covered everyone. It only took 50 years to grow by 90%. Is there anyone who thinks the same thing won't happen here? Sure, the tax will start at $200,000, but we all know that during the next economic crisis, they will change the law to cover everyone who makes more than $150,000. Then it'll be $100,000, then it'll be $50,000, then it'll be everyone. And just the same, the percentage won't stay at 5%. It will grow and grow and grow, just like the federal income tax did. Don't be fooled by their class warfare. This is a tax that will fall on you. It's just a question of when. And here's the kicker to the bill. Not only will they raise millions of dollars with this new income tax, a quiet provision in the bill mandates that 70% of all that revenue must go to the education budget. Or in other words, the state is going to tax you and me and give 70% of that to the teachers' unions. The teachers' unions already get the largest slice of our state budget, but now they're going to get even more. Simply put, the Democrats of Washington need to pay off their biggest financial supporters, and they're going to do it with your money. I'm sure that over the next few months we're going to see lots of commercials on TV trying to convince you that an income tax is a good idea. They're going to tell you that it's a tax on other people. They're going to tell you that it's a tax to help children and the kids. What they are not going to tell you is that they have once again failed to solve the real problem. They have failed to scale back runaway budgets, overspending, and the idea that government is responsible for everyone's welfare. Let me ask you, do you think our problem is that the government doesn't have enough money, or do you believe that the problem is that government spends too much money? If it's the second one, please don't give the state a new income tax. I'm Matt Manweller, and that's just my opinion.